Hey y'all, it's Raviana, aka Rose Gold Ray. Y'all can go follow me on Instagram at Rose Gold Ray _ And I am a beginner YouTuber. Everybody was just telling me that they think I should just go ahead and start YouTube because I guess I'm a great speaker or whatever. but um but yeah, so this question has been asked a lot. A lot. I'm talking about way before I even thought about doing YouTube. What was it like finding out that I was having twins? Yes, twins. Um, I can honestly say I was scared out of my motherfucking mind. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. But it's funny because when I was younger, like around maybe 10 or 11, I always used to say I wanted to be a police officer and have twins. And sorry, I had got a notification. And once I got pregnant, I was like, hell no, I'm not having no twins. I was sitting in the WIC office, y'all, and it was a picture of a lady holding two babies, breastfeeding them. I said, oh no, I won't be doing that. I won't be participating in those activities. So, you know, on your first doctor's appointment when you pregnant, they don't really give you an accurate, due date and stuff like that. So that it wasn't accurate. I didn't have an accurate due date until I went to my first OBGYN appointment. And when I went, that was my first sonogram also. So I'm there and I'm he just doing the sonogram, and he was like, well, ma'am, there's two heads in here. What? Come again? What to say? He's like, yeah, there's two heads in here. You're having twins. Y'all, I was in a daze the whole damn day. Like, in a daze. I look back at my mom and she's just back there smiling. Like, what are you smiling for? You're not the one finna be carrying these two twins for 9 months, so you can wipe that smile off your face. I'm just thinking to myself, like, what am I finna do? What am I finna do, y'all? I'm 14. 13, actually, I was 13. Y'all, I'm 13. Having twins. I was scared. Anybody that was in that situation would have been scared because that's a scary situation. One baby is enough, but two at 13 going on 14, yeah, I just thought my life was over. I thought my life was over. So throughout the whole pregnancy, having twins, it's a high risk pregnancy anyways, just having twins. And then my age actually played a part in it too, because I was so young and my body was so little, I couldn't support having twins, And so shoot, I mean, you got to do what you got to do as a parent, and as a black parent at that. There were no excuses. I was having twins, so we had to prepare for having twins. I'm talking about two of everything. Whatever outfit, you got to buy two of them. Pack of diapers, go ahead and get two of them because you're going to need them. Especially for newborns, because newborns run through diapers like water. So, I mean, I had to get prepared. I did have help. I had my godmother and the church I was going to at the time. They were really helpful. The pastor's daughter, she helped, plan the baby shower and all that stuff. So I had a lot of help along the way. That's one thing I am grateful for, because I know people that don't have help and don't have that support system. And I can honestly say I had a great support system, with me having twins at such a young age. Now, my kids were premature because my body couldn't support, having twins, that being that small. So they did come early. My original due date was in October. I'm not sure the exact date, but my original due date was in October. My daughters came in July 31st at 9:40 and 9:42 a.m. I remember I was cleaning out the restroom one day, and I had went upstairs to get some cleaning products from under the sink. And all of a sudden, it's like water just fall out of me uncontrollably. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? Okay, so I get in the shower and I take a shower and I shave and everything. It is so hard to shave while you're pregnant. Let me say that. Your stomach is all in the way. You can't see nothing. You literally have to go off the faith of God that you don't cut yourself. But I went ahead and I shaved. I cannot stand pubic hair, y'all. I don't care what they say. I can't stand pubic hair. That shit is nasty. So I went ahead and shaved and stuff, and I started packing my bag, my hospital bag, and I went to the hospital. Whatever, my mom took me, and they were just like, "Well, yeah, one of your sacs busted, one of my water sacs. My kids are fraternal, but if I show you guys pictures, you'll think they were identical, but they are fraternal." So yeah, so my water busted, and I was in the hospital. But the only issue I was having, I wasn't dilating at all. Like, I was literally 2 centimeters after 5-6 hours. I was not dilating. And so they told me I would have to have an emergency C-section, because they told me that if I would have pushed one twin out, the other baby would have had room to turn around in my stomach, and she most likely would have died in my stomach, because, it's hard to pull a baby out by the feet. So I had to go to emergency C-section, and they came in the room and they gave me an epidural. They came in the room to shave me and give me an epidural, but I had already shaved myself, so I just wanted to give the nurse an easier job than having to shave my vagina for me. So they came and gave me an epidural. What an epidural is, they stick this long needle right a couple inches away from your spine and your back, and it numbs everything from the waist down. I couldn't feel anything from the waist down. I couldn't move my legs, my toes, anything from the waist down. And it just feels like, it doesn't hurt. It just feels like cold water running down your back, but on the inside of your back. So, and the nurses congratulated me. Me being 14, going through all of this, 13 actually. I turned 14 right after I had my kids. But me being 13, going through all of this, basically by myself. My mom was there and stuff, but baby daddy ain't shit, so we ain't worried about him. But yeah, he wasn't there for me or whatever. So yeah, but the nurse congratulated me and told me that I'm doing better than a lot of grown women that come up there, to go into labor. So they went ahead and did the C-section. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was knocked out off them drugs. I was up and sleeping up, and just like I was gone. Shit. I mean, I felt them, like, it didn't hurt, but you can feel them tugging on your insides, like your intestines and stuff. You can feel them pulling on that stuff and moving that stuff around. And y'all swear I only heard one little cry, one little wah, and that was it. I didn't hear nothing else after that. And I think that's what made me go into a panic attack. I started panicking, and my heart rate started speeding up, and the doctor's was like, y'all, is this real? We got to calm her down, because I was panicking. Like, I only heard one baby cry, and I was induced with all these drugs. I'm just thinking, like, what's going on? So, excuse me. That was so rude. So yeah, I got to go down there and see them maybe like a day after they were born. They were in the NICU under the UV light, because when they were born, they had jaundice, which means their skin wasn't fully developed all the way to support natural light, and their skin was still red instead of but being fully formed. So fully developed. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all. I just ate McDonald's. Anyways, yeah, so they were in the NICU, and I couldn't hold them yet. They were under the UV light. I could only touch them, through the little holes or whatever. But then when they were able to come out, we did skin to skin, and it was difficult going room to room, And I was a freshman in high school during all this. I had my kids in July. School started in August. And I'm a freshman in high school. My kids are premature. The hospital, they tell you if you don't come see your children and they're in the hospital, over 2 days, they're going to call CPS and serious neglect. So I had to miss school a lot. I was never at school. I would always get in trouble because my school is very strict on cell phones and they wouldn't let you answer your phone in class. But under my conditions, I had to answer my phone because it was most likely the nurses calling me about my babies. So, and the teachers for some reason couldn't understand this is why I have to, have my phone on me and answer my phone whenever they call. I cannot ignore a nurse's phone call about my children. And they couldn't understand that. So, I mean, whatever. I missed school a lot. I left my high school and went to alternative school with 0 credits. I didn't have any credits. I mean, I did play a part in that myself because I was skipping and not going to class and not taking it serious, hanging with the wrong people. But that did play a part in that too, me having my babies right before school started. I was missing a lot of school. They had a lot of doctor's appointments. I had to, they weren't old enough for me to breastfeed, like physically, but I did breastfeed them. I had to pump the milk out. And for one baby, it's like 10 bottles. Imagine me having to pump out 20 little bottles of milk, taking them up there to the hospital, every 2 days? So yeah, they were eating through a tube. It was through their nose at first, and then they put it in their mouth or whatever. They were in the NICU for about maybe like a month after they were born, a month and a half. So I remember, I'm not sure which baby it was. I'm thinking it's Armani, my daughter Armani. I was feeding her, and she was supposed to go home with me the next day, so I had to spend the night at the hospital that night. So I came up there and I spent the night at the hospital, and I'm feeding her in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden she starts choking on her food. So they say when the baby starts choking, they have to stay an extra week. So she stayed an extra week, and then her sister came home. So I really had one baby at a time at home. Then they were both at home. I mean, having twins, small, like that, 2 babies at the same time, it's hard. I'm not going to lie to y'all and act like it's not. It's hard because, I mean, if one baby wakes up crying, they're bound to wake up the other baby, and then they're both crying. Then there's 2 bottles you have to fix, 2 diapers. So it's something I really had to get used to, but at a young age, I really had a strong mind since a young age, and I had to mature really fast. So I already had in my head, I'm a mother. I'm a mother now. These are my kids. I have to do this. This is something I have to do. I cannot allow anybody else to take, control over something I'm supposed to be doing, So, I mean, yeah, so I already knew in my head, this is what you got to do. I knew I had to get up in the middle of the night and change diapers. I knew I had responsibilities, doctor's appointments, things like that. So I was ready for that. And I can honestly say a lot of people that would have been in my position would have gave up. And it's been times where I've cried and I wanted to give up and I wanted to feel bad for myself. But my kids being on my mind always reminds me that I don't have that option to give up. I don't have that choice that, okay, well, I'm not going to do this today. I have to be a parent to 2 sweet little girls every day. And I don't regret it. I can honestly say I don't regret it. I had my kids at a really young age, but I do not regret it at all because it's like we're growing up together. My kids are what made me into the person I am today. My kids are what made me into, the morals that I have, my thought process, the way I think about things as a mother and every aspect of my life. So I can honestly say I don't regret having them at that age. Shit happens. I'm not the first and I'm not the last. So, I mean, you just got to do what you got to do as a parent. So, yep, that's what it's like. That's what I felt like when I found out that I was having twins. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, please. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on the next story time.